I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with Lewis Crocker. Lewis, I said to you, why did it take you 2 rounds? I mean, your first fight in 2 years, lovely body shot, man, to end it in the second round, man. Just tell me how you're feeling right now.
Brilliant, man. It's good to get the ball back rolling again, and like, you know, even like going through the warm up, doing the weigh-in, everything, mate. Just getting the feel of it again. I had no nerves because I think I visualised it that long, getting back out. That even like when I won there, mate. I swear, like my next focus was the next fight straight away. As soon as like the fight was off, I'm like, can't wait to get back in the gym Monday and push on for bigger fights here.
That just tells me that you're hungry. It seems like you're already thinking about the next fight, so the hunger there, maybe that 2 years layoff, you thought to yourself, that's 2 years of my career gone, that I'm never getting back. So is there sort of an urgency for you now going into this the tail end of this year and in 2024?
Yeah, boxing's my life, like, do you know what I mean? So you take someone's like their happiness basically away from them from like a year and a half, do you know what I mean? Like mentally I wasn't feeling good, physically feeling shit, so just getting back in the routine again, mate, and having a plan, you know what I mean? Like I've no fights scheduled here. I know I'm going to get titles this year as well, so I'm just buzzing to get back into the game of boxing.
Well, that's it. You're working with Billy Nelson for the first time. He was in your corner. You've spoke to me on twice now in interviews that you're enjoying yourself, you're loving your boxing, and that old saying, a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter, and you've shown it there in that second round with that left hook to the body. I think it was left hook. I didn't hear it. All I heard was the noise. All I heard was the noise. All I heard was a thud. I was like, all right, he's down. So was that a right hook?
I'm pretty sure it was a right hook, mate. Aye. So Billy actually told me to work the body because I was trying to set him up the head, because I knew he was crafty enough to want to swing well against him with 33 KOs he has behind him as well, so they don't make a silly mistake. So I was actually, that shot was just, I was setting up to go to the head, but I'm glad it came.
Well, talk to me about Billy then, because obviously fighters, I spoke to somebody yesterday, young Joe from IFL TV, and we were talking about the sort of Joshua situation with having the 3 head trainers in 3 fights in his last 3 fights. Obviously McCracken, and then Garcia, and now Derek James. For you, you've got a new trainer in Billy Nelson. Now, obviously, a fighter and a trainer has to have that either older brother or father-like relationship with him. How has it been with Billy now? You've been in the corner with him. Everything happy? Obviously, you've got a good relationship. So how was it having Billy in your corner?
Yeah, Billy's treated me like a son since I've been here. You know, and his wife Rita as well, you know, they look after me big time, and I just love facing him. His wife does my washing, my cooking and stuff, and Billy does everything for me as well, mate. So like,
Billy wouldn't do
you know what? He kept me a dodgy fryer. Like, it wasn't too bad, so it wasn't. But mate, we'll have a really good connection, and I swear it's just like we're family. We've only knew each other a few weeks, so I'm loving every second over here in Scotland, and I can't wait for the career we're going to have.
That's the thing, obviously, back home in Belfast, especially when I was going over there in the Ulster Hall days and whatnot. Lewis Crocker, you were always the hard hitter, the knockout artist, the guy that's going to be the next best thing coming out of Belfast. Then that lump now. But like I said to you, that urgency, and you mentioned to me yesterday the British title, that is what you want, whether it be vacant or against somebody like Eko Usman, you don't care? No,
definitely not. You know, that's the title I'm aiming for, and I feel like by August time I should be fighting for it, because even if I get another 2 fights and then I'm ready for it, you know. So it's definitely, it was always a goal of mine. Who knows what way the career could go, you know, a different title could come up and whatever, but I would very like the fight for the British title.
I'm going to have to ask, obviously, when you look at, you obviously this is at middleweight, obviously because of the 2-week notice, but you need to get down to that 147 to get into that sort of back into the rankings down at 147. So next fight, is that going to be down at welterweight?
100%. So next fight will either be 178 or 148 or 149. You know, pound or £2, but it'll definitely be at the welterweight limit. Do you know what I mean? I was meant to fight in Galway next week, and then I got postponed and stuff. So this guy was a middleweight, so it just made sense to make it at 155.
Good. Well, like I said to you, man, you're back in winning ways. You're living life in Scotland. Welcome, by the way. Welcome, mate. I mean,
my favourite Scotsman.
Don't say the second favourite. Lewis, I'll take the second favourite. Yeah, I'll be remiss of me not to ask. Obviously, you were mentioned on Conor Benn. I mentioned Conor Benn to you a long time ago. Now Conor Benn seems to be coming back now. He looks like it's going to be in June in Abu Dhabi against a legend. I've heard whispers, and we've seen it on the internet, against Manny Pacquiao of all people. I mean, as a boxing man and as a fight fan as well, your thoughts on that fight?
well, that's interesting, like, isn't it? Like, Manny Pacquiao's Manny Pacquiao, but Conor Benn's young. Do you know what I mean? Hungry as well, like. So, but Pacquiao was world champion 2 years ago and stuff. I mean, it's a really intriguing fight, and it's one I'll definitely watch anyway.
Can you pick a winner? Can you see an old Pacquiao who's not been out the ring 2 years doing any damage to young Conor Benn?
It's Manny Pacquiao as well, but if I had to put all my money, I would put it in Benn, like, but Pacquiao's Pacquiao as well, do you know what I mean?
Okay, well that's what I would say. How long before, we've spoken about that British title, but how long before we see your name in amongst these top guys?
Mate, give me a year, I'm telling you, I'm back, I swear, mate, I know by next year I'm going to be about with them big names, and yeah, and I know it'll be a tough fight for anyone, and it'll definitely be hard to beat.
Listen, let's go and enjoy the rest of your night, man, and welcome to Scotland. Cheers mate, thank you.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,